New York Times airhead Ezra Klein. Clean, abundant energy is the foundation on which a more equal and just and humane world can be built. 2 points. Wind power made the transatlantic slave trade possible. 2. Modern clean energy has been a disaster. My man said wind power made slavery happen. Because, you know, the boats, guys. For those of you who don't have this kind of brain rot, he's talking about how boats used winds in their sails to conduct the transatlantic slave trade. That is an excellent take. Thank you. Brilliant. I mean, fucking brilliant, dude. That is so good. It's so good. Yes, using solar power and renewable energy is exactly like slavery. It will literally reignite slavery. Let him cook, we said. And we did. And now we have this. Wind power did the slave trade as a god tier take, an epic post, a first year election to the Posting Hall of Fame. Dude, I love unique takes like this. Okay, this is why I love like rad libs that go crazy on the timeline and find new ways of just like rad libbing it up. You know what I mean? This is creative writing. Like trying to basically advocate for fossil fuels, okay? Which has created so much death and devastation on this fucking planet, both from a climate change, anthropogenic climate change perspective, but also like directly extracting said natural resources requires the American empire and numerous other imperialist activities to destroy the global south, right? To defend that process while simultaneously attacking renewable energy, you have to find creative ways of going about it. People have done it so many times already. One of the things that they're doing now, because we are living in a liberal, global, hegemonic world where everyone's a liberal, as I always say, like everyone's a liberal. The oil and gas lobby, they're liberals too. So what do they say? Well, if you move away from oil and gas, you're actually denying the third world their autonomy. Like that's one very common thing that you hear nowadays from the fossil fuel lobbyists and the fossil fuel PR machine. They literally will say, actually, you're like destroying Nigeria, for example, who definitely needs oil and gas to continue. It's like their primary source of revenue generation. But you're also destroying like the global south that needs oil and gas for their energy, right? And of course, this never looks at like who owns the wells or what kind of like political involvement that the Western oftentimes state-sponsored corporations have engaged in said countries.
Lahmacun koymamışlar orospu çocukları, kafayı yiyeceğim ha. Lahana sarması ne abi? Üçe koymuşlar ya sarmayı. Manyak mı lan bunlar?